Beauties. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. I know, I'm cringy. I'm aware. Hi guys! So you're probably thinking this is not a time warp video. I messed up my own schedule. I'm bad at schedules, which is why I don't like to do schedules. So tomorrow is supposed to be the time warp. Today is a TMI story. I'm telling you about my Bill Paxton lover. So, Bill Paxton lover. This guy looked like Bill Paxton. A younger Bill Paxton. Who, I didn't even know, passed away in 2017. So rest in peace, Bill Paxton. I liked him as an actor. He was in Twister and Near Dark. Underrated movie. Do you remember how I told you I used to work? I was like, I don't know. I don't even know my age in some of these stories. 19 or 20, I think. I had to work a summer job at this telemarketing place. Might have been a bit older than that. Around that age. Anyway. The telemarketing place with that brown noser woman who told on me because my skirt was see-through. That place. We had to sell pantyhose, CDs, encyclopedias, and I think Disney figurines. Anyway, I was on like a crappy shift where we'd end pretty late and the bus would be out of circulation at that time. I come from a pretty small town and the bus service wasn't the greatest. I was always worried about catching rides. I remember my mom being like, somebody might try to make friends and find out if somebody lives near us and who can drop you back home or whatever on the way back. That stressed me out because I have social anxiety in a lot of ways. Like, who am I gonna ask? The brown noser who told on me? She'd probably rather see me freeze and walk home in my thong. There were a couple of nice guys who were generous, but they were generous with a motive. I told you about the one guy with the truck. Reminded me of Boomhauer. The one who wanted to watch that cannibal movie. Got finger happy and watched the cannibal movie. Ravenous. Story time somewhere on my channel. This guy, the Bill Paxton guy, was another guy. Got to talking on smoke breaks. Kind of hinted around how cold it was outside and how it's going to suck having to walk home. And he just kept smoking and went, yeah. And then after a minute of awkward silence, he was like, well, I can give you a lift if you want. I was like, yes. But then, on one condition kind of thing, you know, like, do you want to hang out with me at my place? Have a couple of drinks first and then I'll drive you home? Kind of thing. He was nice and a part of me was just like, whatever, you know? I guess. Never learned my lesson. Drive over to his house. The work weeks were very short. For us anyway. There were some regulars, like the brown noser, who got like 5 days a week, but most people didn't. We would have been off for a few days after, and he offered me some drinks, and we had some drinks. It was like Budweiser. Turn off. We're having Budweiser. And I drank too much. And beer doesn't agree with my gut. We didn't back then either. So, he had too much to drink. So, of course, he can't drive me home. So, and back then, I didn't have any money to my name. Like, for a cab or whatever. Didn't want to bug my mom. Because I was delinquent already. So, I had to sleep over. He had a small apartment. You know the deal. We ended up hooking up. But let me get back to, I hate sleeping out at guys' places because the beer. I knew with my bathroom problems, and it's TMI, I warned you if you're grossed out, but I knew I was going to have to go to the bathroom. And of course his bathroom didn't have a fan to block out noise. It was small bathroom, small apartment, bathroom near the bedroom. Horror story. But, oh, and this guy, okay. The thing that bugged me about him was that he ate like Chunk the groundhog. It's an Instagram famous rodent. You'd have to see him eating. I'll try to post a picture. No joke. He ate like all the food would foam around his mouth. It was just horrible. So, and he would sometimes spit food. Anyway, back to that night. His bedroom was really weird. It looked like it was his grandma's room or something. Like his apartment was weird because it was like bachelor kind of pad meets grandma's home. Like he had like those doily curtains, and his headboard on his bed had those shelves. It was like a brown headboard with shelves, and there were like religious figurines like the Virgin Mary and manger, baby Jesus. So we both had too much Budweiser. This guy grabs my head as if he wants to get a good grip and just hoovers my face with that Chunk the groundhog mouth. My face was so far in his face I could taste his dinner. It was so forceful. I fell back, kind of hit my head, not too hard, but hard enough, I guess. Hit my head on the headboard, which caused one of the Virgin Mary statues to go flying. I'm like, oh. So I picked up the religious figurine, and to try to stall the makeout session a bit, I was like, whose stuff is this? Like, what is this? And he just like, who cares? And just threw it. And I swear I heard it hit another religious figurine somewhere in the room. I heard a clank. There was a bottle of Bengay on the counter too, on the dresser too. I'm like, this has to be his grandma's room or something. I don't know. Eventually we pass out. I maybe had like an hour sleep total because every time I had gas, I had to pass wind. It would wake me up because I'm trying to hold them in so he doesn't hear me. I don't wake him up with my farts. So I'm like, I'd have to wake up every time I had to pass gas just to clench him. Of course, he wakes up around lunchtime. And I'm just like, please drive me home. He insisted before we go home, before I get dropped off, we go to Billy K's and have lunch. And Billy K's is like a hot dog, hamburger place. And I'm like, you want me to eat Billy K's right now? Like, I have more PSI than a pressure cooker right now. I've been holding in my gas all night. Anyway, Billy K's wasn't that busy, which was weird. I got to use the public washroom, and I honestly just went in there and farted for like 2 minutes straight. Another thing that worried me was I had maybe $2 to my name, like in quarters. So embarrassing. So I was just like, oh my God, how am I going to tell him I have no money? So I kind of like made a joke. I was like, are you paying? And he's like, yeah, I got you, girl. Thank God. Anyway, I started walking home because I had to walk home from my jobs a lot. And they were pretty far. Well, it took me like maybe a half an hour to get home. I didn't last very long at that place anyway. So the guy, he ended up dating the brown noser lady. I even think they had a kid together. I wonder if it was conceived in the room with all the religious figurines. He had an old cat too. It was like so old. It had like one tooth left. I still loved it. I love all cats. Thanks, guys. That's it for now. See you tomorrow for a very special time warp. Bye, guys.